Hello, my dear friend. Welcome back to our channel, Breaking Brain. Supporters like you help us, help me and you in our goal to spread awareness of knowing and learning. Thank you so much. Thank you for being, thank you for watching, thank you for hearing, and thank you for your support. Right now, our topic, Women in Science, making the invisible visible, and something special interview with Lorena from Brazil. And you know what? Lorena is an engineer, and it's okay. Women in Science. If I ask you of the best female scientists in films, is it easy or tough question? Just imagine what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word scientist. It's most likely an intelligent type wearing a white lab coat with rimmed round glasses, and it's most likely your first thought you think about scientist as a male. Okay, what's wrong with us? Scientists in movie or film are typically no different than the character type we have in our head. However, sometimes the script calls for a slight spin on archetype, and we have opportunity to watch movie with topic the best female scientist. Something wrong. Do you know what? Yeah. No competition, no comparison, just the female scientist in film. And my first thought and imagination, it's like Diane Fossey, Jane Goodall, and Rosalind Franklin. Don't ask me why. Diane Fossey and Gorillas in the Mist from 1998. Film was nominated for 5 Academy Awards and tells true story of scientist Diane Fossey and her African journey studying the disappearing rare species of mountain gorillas in Rwanda. The next idea, Jane Goodall. You know her better if you will watch an intimate and exclusive documentary called Jane. It's featuring restored footage from National Geographic archives that has not been seen in 50 years. And believe me, Diane Fossey and Jane Goodall is really interesting story. Next idea, Rosalind Franklin, DNA's Dark Lady documentary. She born in 1920 and she's a British biophysicist known better for revolutionary work discovering DNA as well as understanding X-rays and molecular structure. And so many more, but almost nobody knows. Why? Perhaps we need more, better advert. It's pity, but for years, women has been underrepresented in STEM university courses and occupations. What does mean STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Can we change something? Yes, but it's job for everyone's. From women in STEM statistics, it is clear that there is still more to be done to reduce the gender gap in STEM fields. STEM. We frequently hear that there are a lot of jobs for women in STEM, scholarships for women in STEM, demand for women in STEM, but we don't hear how overwhelming the judgment women in STEM can face. But right now, our special guest from Brazil, Lorena. Lorena has power and Lorena is an engineer. Please stay with us. Hello, my dear friends. Today, Breaking Brain and my special guest from Brazil. Please meet my friend Lorena. She is so powerful woman and she's an engineer. Hi, Lorena. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm fine too.
Hi, guys.
I'm so excited, and probably my viewers excited too, because I think it's really awesome if so many women want to be an engineer. And tell me, how or why did you choose engineering as a career path and area of study?
Okay, actually, when I was a child, I wanted to be an architect, but when I was in high school, I really were, inspired by my teachers there that were engineers, sorry, because I didn't do a normal high school. I took technical, I did a technical course. So it was normal subject and also construction subject. It's a kind of program here in Brazil. So you can study the normal subjects such history and math and Portuguese, but you can study projects and also how to draw. It was really awesome and interesting. So yeah, I decided to take the test to go to an engineering course, to take engineering course instead of architecture.
Okay, and next question. What inspires you about engineering? Right now, when you know something more about these professions, what do you think is the best of the best to be an engineer?
Oh yeah, I think the best thing that the things that inspire me in my job is are the challenges we face every day. So for example, today I had this huge problem to solve, and I needed to solve right there. So yeah, I think I feel inspired by those challenges, and also I think as a civil engineering working in a public department, I really like the things I do because it's for the public, for everybody in the city, such as schools and hospitals and everything. So yeah, I feel really inspired by this kind of job that I'm doing right now. You know,
Okay, and
it's really democratic.
mhm,
I'd say. I do things for the rich and for the
mhm,
poor because
mhm.
it's for the city in
Yes,
general.
yes. I think you have more freedom, not only decided I need to do only this kind of houses or something like that. No, you have all cities and you can just share your knowledge with different projects. Okay,
Yeah.
and you tell about challenges, and I think about next question. What challenges do women face in the engineering professions? Because sometimes when women want to do something like you know men job or something like that, people ask why you choose to be engineer? It's so hard for you. And tell me how you feel in this situation.
Yeah, actually in Brazil, it's really common. Women in engineering course, chemical and civil. I'm civil engineer, so it's common, but it's not easy in the professional field. You know, we face a lot of challenges, such as the wages, the salaries. It's not the same in some companies are because the wage and the salary is the same for the man and the woman, but sometimes it's difficult, and I'd say if you don't have your voice like with the constructor workers, it's difficult, to deal. And hey, I'm saying you to do this because I know, because I study it. You need to follow the rules. Even though I am a woman and you are a man and you are older than me, oh, that's a big challenge as well, because I'm only 27 years old, and I got my major degree 3 years ago. So imagine I was 24 years old and an engineer, and say, hey, you have to do this or you have to do that. And the guys, no, but I have more experience than you. Yeah, it's difficult, but I try to overcome these kinds of things. No, I know that I studied to do my job. I know what I know how to do, so I try.
Okay, okay. I understand you never give up and you try to do all the best what you know. And last question. What's the best decision you've ever made?
Oh my gosh. I think the best decision I ever made related to my career is when I decided, okay, I don't want to work so far from my house, from my home, because here in Brazil, I think it's the same reality for other countries. Here in Brazil, if you want to be really, if you want to have a really good job, sometimes you need to, okay, I go to a big city far from my home. But to me, I think it was better to stay near my house, even though the salary was not so high. I think the time I decided, no, choose between quality of life, no, and a better salary. No, I think it's better my quality of life, close to my husband, close to my family. I think it was the best decision that I've made. Today, I work a lot here, but I can go to my house every week, or I can go to the beach because we live near to the beach. So yeah, every afternoon I go there and I say, oh, thank God I'm here.
Okay, I think it's great because you achieved this is balance. You have your great work, you have your great place to live, and you still can share this life with your family, and it's really wonderful. And I think it's something what we need to rethink, because sometimes people think only about job, nothing else, and sometimes
Yes.
people not really engage in their life,
Yes.
and you have just equal situation. Thank you, Lorena, for your time. Thank you for this
Thank you.
conversation.
Sorry about something, but thank you for your time as well. It's a pleasure to be here with you
Yes,
in your
and
channel.
I think maybe if someone's just looking on this interview and say, yeah, maybe I'm a girl, but I still want to be an engineer. And I think it's great if more younger want to be as an engineer or another uh, so important part our society, because I know
Yes.
to be YouTuber, it's a really interesting experience, but it's sometimes only experience and we need to do something more. Okay, thank you so much and all the
Thank
best for
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Dear friends, thank you for your time and please remember, be curious. Discovering is for everyone's. Thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and see you next time.